Hello, my name is Brandon, and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. And today we're going to be traveling all the way back to 1987 to listen to Last Train Home by Pat Metheny Group. Excited to have this wonderful band back. It's been a long time. This one comes from Still Life Talking, their fifth studio album, which won the Grammy Award for Best Jazz Fusion Performance. Nice. And this is an instrumental track. Let's dive in. Nice. This one might seem simple. It is in certain ways, but it's complex in its emotions, its mix of emotions, and that amazing contrast between fast and slow happening at the same time. So interesting in the actual instrumentation, that is. So we zoom right into the song with that amazing percussion and bass, perfectly mimicking a fast-moving train, kind of a and then the very cool. But then this huge contrast with the keys, the keyboard sounds and the actual piano. Wow, that was so interesting. Again, brain scrambling because fast and slow are happening simultaneously, and it's such an interesting space to be in because it's polar opposites basically. Yeah, we get soothing, warm, and slow. I know that they weren't actually on the right and left. I'm just kind of differentiating the slow parts here and then the fast parts here, frantic yet relaxing. Wow, very interesting. Of course, I adored the piano, that lead keyboard sound, carrying the song in a big way, very striking in its sound. It became almost like a sitar. It sounded like a sitar at certain parts. Pretty sure it reminded me of the same keyboard. Not quite the same, but very similar. And is it Steve Winwood who sings a song, When You See a Chance, Take It? I don't know if that's the name, but I think that similar sound is in that song. As the song kept unfolding, it became very heartfelt, deep feelings of nostalgia and touches of sadness in there. It did feel like, missing home, longing to go home, and the knowledge that we are on the train headed home, so the hope is abundant. Yeah, they were so successful in conveying that concept, in my opinion. We get some surprise vocals, both male and female. Amazing. They definitely heightened and added to that emotion and gave more hope to the song. Again, the duality perfect here. It was beautiful, yet kind of a bittersweet vibe as well. So interesting. But I think by the end, the warmth had won. We're headed home, or we get home. We're about to get home. The happiness is building inside of us. That's how I took it. And then simply a nice, soft, slow fade out as we head closer and closer to our destination. Really beautiful journey here. Of course, I loved, all the instruments, the arrangement, and again, the big emotions and the duality, the contrast, the clash working together beautifully. I'll give this one 5 super shiny golden records, an A+ for Last Train Home by Pat Metheny Group, 1987. And thank you so much for this beautiful song. Pat Metheny, Lyle Mays, Steve Rodby, Paul Werdico, Armando Marsal, and anyone else involved. All right, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. If you wish to chat about this one, I would love to know what you think about it. So you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to let peace, calm, and light into your day and night. And I'll see you next time in the past.